women that actually beat their husbands or fight their husbands is because they've seen cases where men are the one majorly beating the women. So they want a source of defense, right? So they go and train, they go to the gym, they are like, I don't stay.
Yo, what's up, people? Welcome to another exciting episode on the Opinionated. I am K-A-Y Okayo.
And it's your girl, Celebrity Seunla.
That's right. Period.
And today we will be talking about domestic violence and relating it to divorce. So to start with, I feel like this is actually a very interesting topic to talk about at this time, because like that's something that is going on everywhere. Like we're hearing a lot of things about domestic violence, and I feel like it varies, right? It goes away from even beating someone. You can violate someone in like different ways with your words, even from dating down to marriage and all that. So what do you think generally about domestic violence? What's your take on it generally?
To be honest with you, I feel like it's totally wrong for anybody to violate anyone, either in relationships or marriages or whatsoever. It is totally wrong. And the problem right now is, I think it's starting from the home, because at the end of the day, when you see your parent beat each other up in the house, it stays in your brain. And you keep, it keeps repeating itself, because you feel like, oh, my parents used to do this, and they always found a way of correcting it, and then they always found a way of coming back together. So you think with that mindset, you can do the same and also get away with it. Things are changing. Do you understand? Things are changing. And I feel like parents need to look into this aspect of their lives, because their children are watching and you are raising these kids up. So whatever you cook in their brain is what they react to. Exactly. So I feel it's totally wrong. And if you're violated, if you're enemies, you're being violated in your relationship or marriage, please speak up. Speak up. Important. Because the society has a way of wanting to cover it up and make you shut up and say, oh, especially when you go talk to your parents about it, they're like, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't be talking about it, manage, it's your husband. You find it's wrong. But let me ask you, what do you think about domestic violence?
I feel like domestic violence is actually really wrong. And like you rightly said, right, most of these things start from like the family, the home you grew up in. Because I'm a supporter of, if something is wrong, right, I want to understand from the person that is actually doing this thing that is wrong, like what's going on in your mind. I feel like everything starts from your mind. It's something that you have probably harbored in your mind that you're reacting to. That's what causes the action you're taking. So for someone that is possibly going to a human being and passing out your anger, because I feel like it's just anger, the person is communicating in the wrong way, right?
So you think domestic violence is anger communicated in the wrong way?
Yeah, communicated in the wrong way. It's because you're angry, you're upset about something. Is that the person offended you, or you're just upset? Something is not just sitting well with you, because you're not a mad person.
That's a new picture showing is painting to me. Before now, I used to think it's people just want to be wicked. I mean,
no, I feel like then that person is mad. If you just sit down, I'm sitting down like that, and I just want to start beating everybody like for nothing. Like it's nothing practically controlling me. Then it's maybe all the organs in my body have lost touch or something. So there is something actually making me want to stand up and pass my aggression. But instead of talking to you or probably handling it the other way, I feel like once I beat you, I will gain my respect. You will hear me. And I feel like most of our parents, it's from little, like when they're everyone angry with us, next thing, give punch. Some parents will kick you, punch you like you are the one that offended them from 2068. So they grow up, so children tend to grow up with that anger, even away from watching mommy and daddy fight. They grow up with that mentality that when you're angry, the best way to take it out is
punch or beat.
You get instant beating, and the person will respect you. And that's a very wrong way to gain respect, to be very honest. And like you rightly said, like I was saying, right, people pick these things from their parents growing up. I feel like parents back then, they were more exposed to things like that, right? Having to fight and get beaten, and the mothers would just hold it in, or fathers would just hold it in just to cause peace in the family. And then as children, they pick these little signs, grow up and feel like it's right for a guy to beat a lady if he's angry, or it's right for a woman to abuse or fight a man, you understand? So I feel like it's totally wrong. It's very, very wrong to actually fight someone or practice domestic violence. And like you said, if you feel like you are not in the right space, or you're noticing red flags already, speak up. Like, it's okay to speak up. I like the society nowadays for one thing, right?
Once
you speak up, people are actually there to back you up. Though you always have bad guys around that will tell you, I better go sit down, shut up, as attention, go and sit down, go and settle your thing at home.
But don't you think the family is also even adding to the problem? Like, when you go report this issue to your parents, and they're always like, you know what, just endure. These things happen in marriages.
I feel like religion too has a play
whole
in that,
lot,
because a lot of our parents are.
I mean, let's even relate it to this singer Osinachi.
Yes. So about her story, right? I heard that she spoke with her pastor. I didn't really listen that much because the story
was said that she actually spoke to her pastor about it, and the pastor was like, "Oh, protect the image of the church." Because she was obviously a representative of the church. So she was asked to protect the image, that what would people say, that a gospel singer filed for a divorce and all of that a lot of people would not understand, which was totally wrong.
No, that was not
it was
right.
Now, I mean, I'm not rejoicing over her, but then again, may I so rest in peace, right? But then these are things we need to avoid, so that it doesn't get to the part where everybody's saying may I so rest in peace. That's why you need to speak up and leave the marriage if necessary. If they have to lock up the husband for some time to gain his senses, then they have to do you understand?
But do you feel like they should leave the marriage almost immediately, like from the first?
I don't think that's like the first move, to be very honest. I don't think that's like the first move.
So
however, it should be a consideration. If it's constantly happening, if it's repeating itself constantly, rather, it should be a consideration. First, I think you should speak up and talk to someone about it. Someone you really respect, either your pastor or seek counsel from anybody that you respect so much. So yes, that's like the first move. And if it doesn't, I mean, if there's no improvement or there's no remedy, I think the next thing is to file a divorce, to be honest.
Okay, well, yeah, I would say that
even if the society or our religion will frown against it, I think your mental health matters.
It's very important. Thank you. Mental health is actually very important.
You see women go through depression because of it. They get beaten each time by their husbands. It's
not something sweet to experience. And I would say about what you said, right? It's okay to talk to your pastors, go the religious route, right? Because I'm a strong believer that there's nothing God cannot do, right? But I think like a lot of people go there with the mindset of he will change. I can change him. Like you start dating
and they see these things while they're courting.
So you understand, and then you feel like, oh, I will change him. For Christ's sake, this man has grown with this attitude for over 20-something years. You feel like you're assistant Jesus and you change him in 2 minutes. For Christ's sake, it doesn't work like that, right? So once you start noticing these red flags from when you're courting, from when you're dating, it's as little as he can, because I know people can pretend. I won't lie. People can pretend through the face. After 10 years, they have like AMVC awards for that one and all that. But I feel like through that process, you will have noticed little things like when you're having arguments, it starts, or the guy just raises his hand and just holds it back. Like, so you know that this one was about to attempt something, but he's still controlling. Things like that. You're already seeing little flags. Things like that. I think you guys should actually get to converse when he's calmer. Seek therapy instantly. I feel like we don't even utilize therapy in Nigeria. I don't even know if the therapy system is awesome in Nigeria, but I feel like we don't use it, right? God can do miracles. God can do things. I don't doubt that at all. But God will not just fall from heaven and make a miracle work. There are people that it is their job to help you walk through this phase, walk through this process. So I feel like you should try that means first before you think of running away or quitting, right? Because if everybody is any small attempt leave the marriage, just want to leave the marriage, it's as good
there'll be no marriage.
As let's not even marry again. Let's know that we're just giving birth for each other.
I'm worried, actually. I'm worried about those men who get violated by their wives as well.
Yes, that is actually very real. That is very
to be honest,
real.
in as much as we try to, look at the lady's perspective or focus more on the lady, we shouldn't ignore the fact that some men get violated because it's even more annoying or there's more pressure on the male gender when a lady violates them, because at the end of the day, they are unable to even come out to tell anyone that, oh, my wife beats me up, my wife, it's shameful on a man's part. So they rather just keep it to themselves and endure. We've seen instances where women take knife and stab their husbands to death. We've seen instances like that, and it's very, very, in fact, this should be a week to sensitize people out there about domestic violence, both male or female. To be honest, it's really sad, and it's eating up our society and our marriage beliefs in Africa.
Actually, it is. You're very correct. Actually, I think like it's okay to speak up, whether you are male, whether you're female. You're a human regardless, right? So if as a man you feel violated in your marriage, right, it's okay to speak. Like, I think when things, like you said, when things like this happen, they tend to face the women more and all that. And there was one time I used to be of the thought pattern that women that actually beat their husbands or fight their husbands is because they've seen cases where men are the one majorly beating the women. So they want a source of defense, right? So they go and train, they go to the gym. They're like, I don't take rubbish. I'm not that trying, I'll break bottles, that kind of thing.
I think it's wickedness of the heart.
So, well, yeah, it's that. And I think it's something messed up in the mind also, too,
really?
To add with it, right? It's a mind. Because some people have this mindset like,
yeah.
oh, I'm not going to take rubbish from my man. Any small thing, I will tear him, slap, I will fight, we'll kill each other in the house. You understand? Because they feel like, oh, they don't want the man to beat them. So they're trying to create a defense due to insecurity and all that. So I feel like, actually, we need to work on our mindsets. We need to really work on our minds. Because everybody gets angry, let's be honest. If everybody should actually take out their anger the way they feel, probably beat up everybody in this country working with black eye by now. Buhari will probably not even be existing by now. Everybody are beating.
So let's relate it to relationships now. If anyone is violated in a relationship, what do you advise? First
of all, if like that's even the key thing to me. Most times I don't even focus much on marriage because you have already entered our marriage. So you have to just find a way to resolve it. Go for therapy, like I said, and all that before working out. But relationship is like my main pain. Like once you're dating, right? It's a process of getting to know each other, then you proceed to courtship and all that, getting to understand each other. We all have our faults, right?
Yeah, we
all have anger, we have this and that, and different ways we manage it. So if you know that you have this problem already, right? Or you grew up in some certain rough backgrounds, I would like that you are open with me. Okay, these are my issues, these are my challenges, right? Are you good with working with me? Once I know that, okay, this is the anger problem, we'll sit together, okay, let's go for therapy. Let's try and see. If we have now worked out all alternatives, it seems like, okay, I know that, I cannot cope before you kill me. I'll try my best. But at least let's work together because we're a team, right? It's not that in my head, I'm like, he will change. If he slaps me today, I'm like, you come and beg me tomorrow, I'm like, he will change. And so many people, I feel like, the love of money, because of he has money, they want to die there.
Girls,
or they'll say,
girls of nowadays.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Girls and money, they're like this. Now the same rope they use town now. Honestly, now the same rope they use town now.
It's not just us.
No, honestly, but I think that's where the problem really starts from: greediness. A lot of people are actually very greedy, and they don't want to let go. They would rather just endure and just stay there. Now, I recently saw a post of a lady who came out on Instagram. I don't know if you saw the Lukesh issue of one time where he said, it was said that he was beating up his girlfriend or whatever. And the girl came and now she was like, I am sorry I even spoke up. I wish I never spoke up. This is, in fact, girls should not even talk when they are going through this. In my head, I'm like, is it because she's missing the money or the gifts he was collecting at the time? Because obviously it's questionable. I mean, why would you come out saying, you need to see the picture of her face when her face was swollen.
She has definitely been paid to keep quiet.
It's not even about getting paid to keep quiet. It's the fact that I feel it's greed. I don't think she was paid to keep quiet. I feel she's regretting the fact that she spoke up. She could have managed the relationship and still be benefiting from the money.
Even if she gets paid, it's greed that will make you collect the money and still say, oh no guys, sorry, take that down, I'm fine. So it still boils down to greed.
Honestly, and girls and money, I don't know.
It's very terrible.
It's the thing with you guys though. Why do you guys love money?
I don't know why you guys keep beating we ladies.
What?
Since you want to blame us for money, we blame you for beating. You guys are violent.
I mean, since you guys are taking the money, you should collect. So no, not collect.
So we go collect beating. I know they collect other things from our hand.
No collect.
Now they collect other things from our hand. You are still beat us on top of our. I don't know what you're talking about.
Guys, I don't know what you're talking about.
But then I feel like money, and then people hide under the umbrella of love. Oh, I love him to my end. I love him. He will beat me. Don't worry, he still loves me. I will stay here.
But I love you though.
I slap you.
Violation. Guys, we never talk. You don't violate me for sex.
Planning it.
The art of the wickedness of the heart.
Is it wickedness of the heart?
Art of the heart, abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh.
Even words, like words sometimes are wasted. Yes, some women are not even strong enough to fight, right? But even with the words of their mouth, they insult their husband, make it. And there's some men that are really reserved.
Yeah,
and all
like me. I mean,
you.
What are you trying to do?
I didn't want to talk about how you used to fight. Let's not. Guys,
if you know me, you know I don't.
Watch the episode and watch the episode when you're pressure fighting.
As a dove, my dear.
And you're fighting with pressure on one episode.
If I fight anybody, now the person calls him, check him.
And you now raise the fire.
I'm not saying Fresh has the issues though. But
I see that. Fresh, wherever you are, man. That was a direct
sub. I never said he has issues, but
that's a direct sub.
If he feels that way, that's a sub.
Wow.
I said what I said.
Nice one.
I said what I said. Anyway,
But
so
really,
what do you think should be the next option if anybody goes through violation like that?
okay, so if anyone is going through violation, right? Firstly, I think that you should speak up, like you said. Then there's one just random thing I want to say now. I was having a discussion with my mom, and I was telling her that someone that is going through this whole anger and domestic violence thing, right? If you're angry with your wife or your partner, get a mannequin. Put it just maybe to your left. Let your wife be in front of you. You can even put it beside her or something.
No, say you panic, you don't get.
Then when you are after she has annoyed you, you want to beat her. Now first the mannequin, man to man, chest to chest, and beat that mannequin the way you will have beat your wife.
It will be plastic.
Beat it with so much pain, like to your hand is, so you can feel the effect on your hand when you're now done. Now look at the mannequin and look at your wife, and imagine how you will have almost killed somebody's daughter like that. Do you understand? So just saying that if you can see the effect of this thing before you actually put it on, because if it's human being, you feel like, oh, I'll beg her, she will get better, she will love me back and all that. But you're actually brutalizing someone mentally, physically, spiritually, everything. You're draining a whole human. So I feel like you should speak up. Like you said, talk to someone that you respect and your partner also respects, right? Also, prayer. I'm a strong holder of prayer. Prayer. Seek therapy. These people, that's their job. Give them money. That's their daily 2K. Talk to them. They are there. They are open, ready to speak, ready to help you walk through the face. Speak to them. Then if that doesn't now work, you can now start. And I'm sure even with therapy, at some point, if they see that, oh, this thing it's too much, they might probably report to the right authorities.
To be honest, should I be very honest with you? In all honesty, I would rather you seek a divorce. I mean, don't waste time.
From like the first time it hits you.
Please seek a divorce, because once it happens once, the probability of it happening again is very high. I mean, why would someone raise their hand to hit you in the first place?
Because some people have like distorted minds. Just like a case of someone that probably grew up with bad parenting and grew up with anger issues, right? Doesn't mean it's not every time the person is totally a bad person. The person just like somebody will molest the child growing up, and the child grows up and starts can't stop having all that. It's not because the person is a bad person. The person just wants to choose to be a whole, whatever. Forgive my choice of words, but it's something that happened, past experience that is building up in your mind. Same with someone that beats someone. It's past experience that is playing in your head.
So you're of the opinion that it's probably a background thing.
Yes. So that's why I said go through. It's level by level. If going through therapy and talking to someone and all those alternatives don't work, then you know that it's village people. This one you're destined to just be a problem. Then I can leave you. I've tried my best. Even heaven knows. Even judgment day should come. God knows I tried. But not from the first instance. You're just giving me one blow. I'm done. I'm done with you. You're a bad person. You're evil. Blah, blah, blah. That I don't feel like that's a very good route.
Even after all the therapy, if it still
continues, then you know that this guy's not ready to get better.
You leave the marriage.
It's good for you to take a break. You can either decide to go away from him for months or weeks, or you end it. I don't know which is the right. I think I would just take a break from you if I'm married already.
But do you think parents need to also start talking to their children about it?
Yes, parents need to. You need to stop fighting in front of your children, even to words.
Aside the fight, I really think parents need to sit their children down
and
also, tell them, educate them that it is wrong for you as a man. It even starts up with maybe you having a brother, an elder brother, and then once some parents don't say anything. In fact, they keep quiet when they see the elder brother beats their younger sister, and then they'll be like, why? It's okay. You 12, your mouth is your face, lady. Your mouth is too sharp and all of that, blah, blah, blah. I think you need to correct it. Once you see your male child beating up his younger sister, I think you need to start correcting it. Like, don't touch your sister. You can't hit a lady. It is wrong. It is wrong. And same thing, vice versa, because there are some ladies who like beating up their brothers too.
I think they get it as if a source of defense. That's why I said they have to tell their ladies that if you want to fight for yourself, it's not by punch, it's not by gymming. That's not how you defend yourself. Because I feel like that's why because when I was growing up at one point, I was saying that I want to be buff so that I will beat any man that try me, because I know I'm on the small side. So I want to have a defense. Anybody who try me like this, you receive one punch, you collect, and we go, right?
Collect what?
But then I got to understand that it's not the right way. And personally, like, my faith is not even right? So I had to just learn better ways to communicate when I'm angry. And even parents, even as you're educating your children, the way you also handle your children. Some parents, when they're angry, they will punch match.
I'm telling you.
They will beat the child like the child offended your ancestors. Come on, it's not that serious.
Yeah.
So things like this, I think the home is like a starting point for these things. Good parenting. Parents need to calm down. They need to calm down and educate their children going forward, and be careful of things that you are exposing your child to, and educate them properly about these things so they don't grow up to be terrible people. I don't want to use the word monsters. Don't grow up to be terrible.
But it is what it is. Anyways, having said that, I think I really learned a lot today's episode on domestic violence.
Yeah, I did too. It was actually fun discussing about it briefly.
It was.
So guys, let us know what
you shall love me first. Before we conclude, you love me. Talk calm now for Yeme.
I'm not a preacher of love.
Yeah, violation.
I'm a war.
Men, run away.
I'm a war.
Men, they run away.
Dangerous.
Anyways, it was nice having this talk and this chat with you on the Opinionated. Please let us know what you guys think on this topic as well in the comment section. And
let us know, is it right to just walk away? Like from the first instance that you notice the signs, is it like really right to carry your load and stuff?
And just
we did at the same time.
Or
what are the things you would suggest people in that particular state to do? Let us know. Let's keep the conversation rolling.
Yeah,
and please don't forget to speak up. I beg you.
Yeah, and you can follow us on all our social media platforms at PrimeBoxyInt. That's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at PrimeBoxyInt. And you can also follow me.
Fresh boy like me.
Fine boy like me.
I knew that was coming.
Husband material 200 yards.
Don't follow this boy.
I know they beat woman.
He go beat. I had one gist, but I'll not tell people. I had used to beat his younger brother like
what?
Nonsense. Like when he's angry, he will match stone bucket. In fact, I don't want to talk about it. We'll have video evidences where pressure is around.
If you are the victim, come to the comment section and talk. Maybe drag down for there.
So if you are a victim of Kyle beating you, come and speak up. Or press.
Follow me, just Kyle. Just Kyle.
And follow me at, I don't even know my Instagram handle, but you guys will be fine. You'll see it below, right? Subscribe to our YouTube channel to stop watching and saying you are too late to subscribe. Don't let your finger, break. Don't let your finger break. Subscribe, like, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Period.
Until we meet again.
Signing out.